Greetings one and all, and welcome to another horrific unboxing. And the funny thing is, I hadn't actually planned to make this video. What I was going to do was, these come in yesterday, I was going to tag them onto me in the review just to pull it out. And then I went on a 40-minute exposition of philosophy and weird thoughts and all that kind of stuff. I went on a wee bit of a tangent, and it's been a while, but there you go. So I put that plan to bed, so I thought I would do this tonight. As you just know, this is coming anyway. It's no great surprise. And I was weighing it up and I thought, well, buy these digitally or rent them. And then I looked at the price and thought, nah, I may as well get the Blu-rays and DVDs. So if you're not aware, I'm going to go do a deep dive. This had come in with my books club subscription. I'm nearly there. It's been a bit of a slow, but I'm about 1.5 commutes away from getting it finished. So I'll torrent this tomorrow and I'll probably get it finished for the weekend. So what I'm thinking is Boxing Day. We'll do this. Let me know, would you prefer I do a deep dive and do part 1 as a separate video, then part 2 and compare the 3, or do you want me to do like just a long stream and go through the whole thing? Yeah, leave a comment and we can take it from there. I'm easier right away because after tomorrow I on holidays for a week and a half, so I've got a wee bit of time and I plan to get caught up. As you know, I've been sick behind my recordings. I want to get those caught up. I want to get a schedule back up again and crack on, and then get set up for the new year so that when I'm back on work, I can do my videos as and when and not feel under pressure. And hopefully by then, as you've heard me talking with Cameron, he should be finished school in January. A bit more time, he'll be able to jump in more. And that'll get us all running for the new year. Right, so we'll go with this one first. I have a funny feeling this might be the 1990 version. Ah, I'm right. Aha! So we have the 1990 version with Tim Curry. Excuse me, I just realized I switched off. I've been doing a wee bit of refurbishment and I switched off my air filter. This place gets super dusty, and I've just realized when I come in this room, because I'm out all day, I get caught, so I've got my air filter back on again, so hopefully I'll clear up all the guff. Because I have no problem when I'm in the other room, because that goes all, I've one in the other room as well, and that goes all the time because of the birds. And when I'm obviously out and about, this thing had finally went away. I come in here and I'm like joking to realize, yeah, the flipping air purifiers off, but there you go. Right, it could be everything. A fine monster that won't stay on the movie screen. Something ominous lurking in the basement. No matter what your biggest fear is, no one knows it better than Stephen King. Based on King's 1986 bestseller, it's a jittery, joking excursion into personal fear, starring Harry Anderson, Annette O'Toole, John Ritter, and Richard Thomas. Left on force in a small New England town, takes the shape of a clown, Tim Curry, but he's not clowning around. Instead, he terrifies youngsters and brings some to their untimely doom, until some wily kids fight back. The evil resurfaces 30 years later, 27 years, meaner, angrier, deadlier. And friends who vividly remember youthful terrors reunite to battle it. Oh, good. Oh, right. So, nice wee slipcover. You know I like those. Oh, and then this is the traditional cover. Oh god, didn't I just bring out bloody scissors? Those got away with that. Yeah. One day I'm going to like miss, and you get to see like proper horror show of me stabbing myself with my stupidity. Oh my god. Right, there we go. There we go. I wonder if there's any special features. I never checked. I was just looking for the complete collection. Oh, we do. Right. We've got special features. Feature-length audio commentary by Dennis Christopher, Tim Ray, John Ritter, Richard Douglas, and director Tommy Lee Wallace. Oh, I have nuts. I used to have tons of these. I had all my, because I traveled about a lot, having all my DVDs and boxes like this just wasn't feasible, because you had to fucking carton about boxes and stuff. So what I'd done was I know, blasphemy, the collectors, I do apologize, but I'd actually taken them all out of their boxes and put them in the, those CD cases, the soft cover ones, and one of them, how many can one of them hold? One of them would hold like 250 or 300, you get like massive ones, but that's what I did. And then, because I'm a nerd, I put wee stickers with a number, because I was sick of lending them out to people and then never seeing them back. So I put a wee number, had a database, yes, and book them out like a library. I'm still that sad. I was going to say I was that sad, but I'm still that sad. Deal with it. I sit and make YouTube videos and loads of content. I have too much time in my hands. But I don't know if anyone remembers these double-sided DVDs. So you can flip it. You have to be careful as well not to scratch them. But yeah, you can play these on both sides. And I used to buy box sets, and you had like 10 movies in one of these things. It's great, fun times. This is the fun with digital media. They can do quirky things, and it'll go in and out of fashion, but you have like a little keepsake. So I like this. Don't like the sticker in the back though. That's another good. Let's see what comes off. Yeah. But yeah, God, right, no. Yes, this is exciting TV, isn't it? Me faffing about with the box. But there we go. Right, all nice and shiny. So once again, and I'll talk about it. I don't want to spoil, but the movies use this format as opposed to the book, which uses a different format. And I don't know if it would have worked if they'd followed the book. That's what I want to discuss. I'll leave that ideas for those that know. But this isn't split neatly into part 1 and part 2, where the movies are. Right. I don't know why this one's massive. Like they're unless I'm getting like loads of cool stuff. But I don't remember. I put the links in the description anyway if you want to see what I bought. Basically what I was doing, I was weighing up the possibilities of do a rent, do a buy, and then I'm like, no, I want DVDs and Blu-rays. I don't think oh, that's why. Ooh. Ooh, shiny. Right. So this is the 2017 version with is it Andrew's card? Andrew's done it. There's two brothers, the Skarsgårds. Is he the same one that was in Barbarian, which I haven't got a chance to see yet? There's the bloody cinemas. I'm worried this movie gives clown hiding in sewers a bad name. Yeah, do your thing, man. I don't judge. You know what I mean? I go by case basis. If you're an idiot, I'll call you out. But yeah, if you're a clown, if you're a human-eating clown hanging out in the sewers, just waiting for your prey, and you only do it every 27 years and go for a wee sleep, what harm? People do worse. Just if you remember South Park, was it the movie where all the kids are in the sewer and Mr. Garrett is in a snorkel and stuff, and he's like, "You kids know how to file a police report? No, good. Carry on." Oh God! So I just brought that to mind. That particular scene. Oh, those two are those two are great. South Park, and they're mental. The quirky sense of humor, I absolutely love it. Oh God, is Norman going to fight back? Yeah, God. Should have got my kitty safety scissors. That's all I can be trusted with these days. Yeah. I wanted to see the first one. He's in a cinema pub. When I was in America, it was an interesting experience. We can't really have that in the UK because we go a bit daft. We're not as sort of like, what? I can have 10 pints and watch a movie, and then it's just be a disaster. Our cinemas limit you to 2 beers. So you get your cinema stuff, you have a beer, and it ticks, and then you can go back to the second one. And I had no clue the first time I just went to. I got back here, just went to the cinema, and like, oh, got beers. I'll have 2 of those. You're banned both at the same time. Oh, fun time. Sorry, I'm full of tangents. Right. In Derry, Maine, 7 young friends unite against a terrifying supernatural creature that has been haunting their small town for centuries. Calling itself Pennywise, the dancing clown, it is a monster of unspeakable power that takes the form of everyone's most horrific fears. Threatened by their worst nightmares, the only way these kids can survive it is together. And then chapter 2. So this one just gives a summary of the whole thing. And then 27 years later, true to the material, this one said 30. Naughty boo. Naughty 90s. 27 years later, after the Losers Club defeated Pennywise, it has returned. Now adults, the losers have long since gone their separate ways. But with people disappearing again in Derry, Mike calls the others back home. Damaged by their past experience, they must each conquer. Sorry, it's a wee bit. I should turn the light up. Deepest fears to destroy Pennywise, who has become deadlier than ever, once and for all. It says includes featurette. So this one follows the beat of this one. This was actually a TV series, if you don't remember. So this was made straight for TV, as opposed to cinema release, where these movies were actually theater releases. I've only watched part 2 once, I think, of the remake. So this is the one that gets banned. Go and see it. Shiny. Hang on. See if that helps. Right. 11 deleted or extended scenes from the film. Check out blah de blah, exclusive news on blah de blah, Warner Brothers, TV shows and games and everything else. So, there's only one featurette in this. That's actually. So this one's quite basic. They went all out with the cover in this, but the interior was quite basic. Then we have. Hold on. That makes it better. Get a lot of reflected lighting to work that out. I need to. Figure out which one of the Scarswell brothers did this. The Paul and Nambic, I think. Right, so there we go. That'll be that. Nice little box. So at least I have these. I'll be honest, in general, Mr. King's not impressing me. His crap he puts out on Twitter is just nasty. He's like a nasty bitter old man for no reason. And when I'm reading into his books, I'm seeing a pattern. Lists and Cujo and Christine and that, which I'll talk about during the actual stream. And it's a bit of a shame because he's a staple, you know, in terms of horror literature, which has always been people thumb their nose at it. I've talked about this in many streams with authors. Not there's just a weird thing that People just thumb their nose at horror. But one thing Stephen King did was he brought it into the mainstream and made it popular. So you can't take that away from him. It's just the way he's kind of went. You know what a good name for a sequel would be? It's haha. What do you think of the newest version? Right. Well, that's what the whole point of the stream is. I've talked to people. What I want to do is I want to do a deep dive into both versions versus the book. I'm nearly there. Like I said, I'm about a commute and a half away from getting this finished. And I want to talk about how these, because there are differences with the characters and certain beats between the movies and the book. So what I want to do is I might actually take notes. I know, come across prepared. But particularly the kids and their roles and certain characters, there are some strange changes made. I want to kind of talk about that and then unpack why. I will. I don't want to go into it now. Like I said, this is an unboxing video just to let people know I promised I would do this, and I'm keeping my word. I'm getting myself set up. I'm thinking Boxing Day. That's 26th of December. I'm thinking Boxing Day. Do a stream, and like I said, I can either do 2 streams. I can either do a deep dive into part 1, and then do a separate stream on part 2, or I can just be really beardy and do a full thing and go for like 2-3 hours and just yap a lot, put everybody to sleep. Let me know what you think. Yeah, this is going to be an interesting one to talk about. As you know, and we've talked about in the Horrific Talk Spot, Cameron and I, Stephen King's movies haven't always translated well into film. For the handful of really good ones that have stood the test of time, there's a lot of absolute guff out there that's like, oh, what are you doing? Check out our review on Cujo. We did a full review of that. When was that? That was a while ago. Yeah, check we'll keep all our playlists up. Check out the Horrific Talk Spot episodes, and like I said, we'll do a full deep dive there. What else did I do? I was in a book club, an online book club with buddy of mine. We talked about Night Shift. We went in another one with those short stories that had the Lawnmower Man. So we talked about the Lawnmower Man, how it's completely different from the movie. And then the whole thing of Stephen King having a hissy fit. And we've talked about as well, we've mentioned it in passing, sorry, we haven't done a full deep dive of The Shining and the TV show. And we want to do Carrie because there wasn't just the most recent remake, but there was a 2002 one. And I think there was another one after that. So there's about 4 movies on Carrie, which, well, that's a whole episode in itself. I think to celebrate Boxing Day, so pack up all the movies you unboxed. Yeah, put the ball in the box. Do a boxing video. Yeah. Looks like I need a big box. Have you seen the amount of guff I wasted my money on over the year to make videos? And that's been my primary focus. Like, oh, I need something to unbox. Oh, shiny thing. Instead of like going random and like, oh, I've got an excuse because I need to make videos so I get to buy guff and spend 40 plus quid on box sets. Oh, Second Sight Films they're going to be dropping the pre-order for the 4K Ultra version of Texas Chainsaw Massacre in January. So I will be jumping on that one. Yeah. I don't know, man. I need a second job. Right, but just hurry up and get me to 1,000 subscribers so I can annoy you with ads. Or buy some merch. The links are all in the description. Go buy some bloody merch and stuff and help us out. And the affiliate links, check out Instagram and Facebook, post daily. Not just links to the author's books, which I don't think we get anything for people buy them, but it just puts out there. But the movies definitely, I put affiliate links. It all helps out the channel, and it helps me buy nerdy stuff so I can show it to you and talk about it. Win-win. And then you can start pointing me towards nerdy stuff to buy that I'll probably not be able to afford. And then, yeah, we'll just go into like a weird thing. Now, but seriously, have a check out, especially the lot of stuff we've talked about over the time. But there you go. God, I'm getting longer with these. I am waffling like mad. Do you know what it is? I've been off for like 2 weeks, not being able to talk, and now I can talk again. I'm like, I'm gonna talk about everything. Oh God, if you saw the state of me, I was tears streaming. I couldn't swallow. It was actually really painful. I was like, croak, croak, croak. And I finally got a bit finished off recording one of our latest horrific tales, which is dropping tomorrow. that was an effort, I'll not lie. But yeah, it's good to be back in their routine and talking and yapping again and annoying people, because I'm enjoying myself, even if you aren't. There you go. Right, so there you go. There's my unboxing. There's my plan. Let me know if you would prefer the full video or broken into 2 parts. It's up to you guys entirely. Like I said, I've got a bit of time off, so I'm going to make use of it by making cheesy videos. There you go. You can join in or not, up to your good selves. But and you too, Chris, I'm going to drop you an email because you need to watch a horror movie. You need to come into the horror genre, and you need to come on the channel so we can have a chat about it. If you've got time over the next week and a half, we got to make that happen, because that'll be a laugh. And I'll pick something cheesy and fun. I think we should have a chat. In fact, do you know what? Drop me a message in Skype, and we'll have a quick chat at some point, and we'll plan something out, because I think you'd enjoy it. We'll pick a really daft, cheesy movie, and just have a laugh about it, and that'll get you in. Yeah, come to the dark side. Right, guys. Thanks very much for tuning in, everyone, on YouTube, Facebook, all that kind of stuff. And keep up with the channel, do the typey clicky things. And until next time, keep it creepy, keep it horrific.